Assalamu alaikum students. Lesson 8 of our English book is In Praise of Famous Men, William Tell and the Apple. Switzerland is a very beautiful country with high mountains and lovely lakes. It is almost in the middle of Europe. It is next to Italy, to France, to Germany and to Austria. But no place in Switzerland is next to the sea. The people who live in Switzerland are called Swiss. The Swiss are good farmers and good engineers. You may have heard of Swiss chocolate and Swiss watches. This story is about a man who lived near Altdorf, a small town in the middle of Switzerland. His name was William Tell. He was a farmer and had two sons, Walter and William. His farm was on the mountainside near Altdorf. At this time, about 600 years ago, the Swiss people were not free. The Austrians had invaded Switzerland and they made cruel laws to keep down the Swiss. Invaded means uh, to attack and capture. The Austrian leader in William Tell's part of the country was a man called Gessler. This is one of the things that Gessler did. He put up a wooden post in the marketplace of Altdorf. On the post, he hung a cap with a badge on it. The badge was Austrian. It was the badge of the King of Austria. Gessler gave orders that anybody who passed the post in Altdorf's marketplace must bow in front of the badge. This was to show that Austrians were the masters of Switzerland. One day, William Tell came into Altdorf from his farm. His younger son William was with him. They had not been told the order about the cap, and so they did not bow as they went past the post. The Austrian soldiers arrested them immediately and dragged them in front of Gessler. "Didn't you hear my order?" shouted Gessler. "I didn't know about it until now," replied Tell bravely. "But I refuse to bow to anybody's cap. I will not do it." Gessler got very angry when he heard this. "There is something else, you disobedient fellow," he shouted. "Why are you carrying a bow and arrows?" "There is no law against that yet," replied William Tell. "I use this bow for hunting, and all of us who live on the mountainside are still allowed to hunt." "Don't answer me back," roared Gessler. "I'm going to punish you. I'll give you one chance to save your life. Listen carefully." And the cruel Gessler ordered his soldiers to tie Tell's son to the wooden post. Then he put an apple on the boy's head. He turned to William Tell and said, "If you hit the apple, I will let you go free. If you miss, my soldiers will hang you." This was a very cruel choice for Tell. There was the danger of wounding his own son. The apple looked very small and far away, and Tell begged Gessler not to make him try to hit it. But Gessler only laughed cruelly. Then his young son shouted from the post where he was tied up, "Don't be afraid, father. I trust you. I'll keep perfectly still, and I'm sure you will hit the apple." He was very brave too, wasn't he? William Tell slowly took two arrows from his quiver. A quiver is a bag in which arrows are put. He stuck one into the ground at his feet and put the other into his bow. He took aim carefully, drawing the bow string right back, and let go the arrow. It whizzed through the air and split the apple in two. His Swiss friends who were standing nearby, began to cheer. Gessler was very angry that his cruel plan had not succeeded. "What is that other arrow for?" he asked. "Why did you take two out of your quiver?" Tell answered slowly and boldly, "The second arrow was to kill you if I missed the apple." At once Gessler's soldiers rushed up and made Tell prisoner. They tied him up and threw him into a boat. Gessler ordered him to be rowed across the lake and locked up in a strong prison on the other side. As the soldiers were rowing him across to the prison, a very lucky thing happened. A great storm blew up. The Austrians didn't know the lake very well, and they were afraid of being blown against the rocks. So they untied William Tell and ordered him to steer the boat. Because he knew every inch of the lake well, Tell steered the boat safely past the dangerous rocks, but when they were very near the edge of the lake, he suddenly jumped out of the boat and swam ashore before the soldiers could stop him. He escaped into the mountains and was a free man again. He knew that his life was always in danger from Gessler and his men. One day, as Gessler was searching for him in the forest, William Tell shot him dead. When the Swiss people heard that their cruel master was killed, they were very glad. They fought back bravely against the Austrians and at last made their country free again. And that is why the Swiss like to remember the story of William Tell in the apple. Comprehension and vocabulary. Exercise A, complete these sentences. Number one, Switzerland is in the middle of Europe, next to Italy, France, Germany, and Austria. Students, you can fill in these blanks by taking help from the book, and you will do this in your books. Exercise B is complete each sentence by adding one word. For example, number one, Switzerland is very beautiful. Number two, at the beginning of the story, the Swiss were not free. Likewise, you will fill in all the blanks in your books. Exercise C is use your dictionary to find the meanings of these words. Engineer, invade, badge, arrest, refuse, cure. Students, you will find out the meanings of these words, write down in your copy and use them in sentences also. Then there are written exercises. Write short replies to these questions using yes I am, no I am not, yes he is, no he isn't, yes they are, no they aren't. Number one, is your pen on the desk? Yes, it is. Number two, are your friends in the classroom? Yes, they are. Number three, is your shirt yellow? Yes, it is, or no, it isn't. Number four, are your books torn? No, they aren't. Number five, are the walls of your classroom green? No, they aren't. Number six, am I a policeman? No, I'm not. Number seven, is your mother a teacher? No, she isn't, or yes, she is. Number eight, are you a schoolboy? No, I'm not. Number nine, are you a schoolgirl? Yes, I am. Number 10, is your pen broken? No, it isn't. Number 11, is the principal of your school a man? No, she isn't. Number 12, is the principal of your school a woman? Yes, she is. Exercise B, for the next 10 questions, use yes, I was, no, he wasn't, yes, they were, no, we weren't, etc. Number 1, was it hot yesterday? Yes, it was. Were the people excited? Yes, they were. Was I the man who gave you the apple? No, you were not. Was your father a pupil at your school? No, he wasn't. Was your mother a pupil at your school? No, she wasn't. Were you and your family ever in England? No, they weren't. Was your first teacher a woman? Yes, she was. Were your friends waiting for you this morning? No, they weren't. Exercise C is for the last 10 questions. Use yes, I have, no, I haven't, yes, she has, no, it hasn't, yes, they have, no, they haven't. Number one, have we finished the exercise? No, we haven't. Has the clock stopped? No, it hasn't. Have you had your breakfast? Yes, I have. Has it rained lately? No, it hasn't. Has your mother given you your dinner? Yes, she has. Have your friends helped you with this exercise? No, they haven't. Have you ever had a cold? Yes, I have. Have I hurt you? No, you haven't. Have you and your friends ever gone fishing? No, we haven't. Have we finished this exercise? Yes, we have. Students, you can do these three ABC exercises in your book. Punctuation practice. Add full stops, commas, question marks, and speech marks. There is a passage. Students, can you can do this in your books by taking help from the text. Then there is composition. Write 10 sentences about yourself. You will write 10 sentences about yourself in your copies. And then useful words and phrases. Measuring. The shelf is 3 meters long, 30 centimeters wide, and 4 centimeters thick. How tall are you? I'm 1 meter 70. How heavy are you? I'm 65 kilos. There is exercise. Answer these questions. Number one, how long is your ruler? Number two, how wide is your wrist? Number three, how thick is this book? So you will measure all these things which are mentioned in the exercise and write answers in your books. Thank you.